Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Talking Sports. I'm Dylan Brackna, host of the 2 Minute Warning radio show. I've been on a little bit of a hiatus. I've been working a lot, I've been doing a lot of other things. It's just been hard for me to get into the groove of trying to get all my content out. We've been working a little bit on Instagram, a little bit on TikTok. Um, But we're back on the YouTube, man. I'm excited. Talking sports, we haven't done one of these in about a month. Let's start with Teal football, or not just Teal football. Let's start with Teal sports. 2025 women's soccer. They got LaRoche in a home opener. Got Carlo. Let me see. Mount Union's coming to us. Penn is coming to us. I say us, obviously, because I am a Teal student. I am not on the women's soccer team. um, I'm gonna assume the little asterisk just means pack play. Hilbert, Hiram, yeah. Okay, yeah, pack match. I see it. Um, Caitlin Schmidt, assistant cheer coach. Baseball golf outing on August 30th, Pine Hill Golf Course. 2025 men's soccer. See, we got Pitt Greensburg down there. We got Penn State, New Kingston, Chatham, Francescan. Um, August 29th, men's soccer at Pitt Greensburg starts the sports year, man. I'm excited. Then they got Carlo and Bradford. Teal football. Um, this is a schedule I want to talk about. Um, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for the schedule. I am no longer a player at Teal. Um, but my heart belongs to this team. They gave me everything they had. I gave them everything I had for the year I played. Injuries just caught up to me. So, um, but I still love his team with all my heart. So I'm excited for this schedule. We got Concordia, Wisconsin coming to us on a Friday night at 6 p.m. That's going to be a good game. Let's go ahead and look at Concordia here. Sports. They got esports. So 2024 they went 6-3. Um, they lost to St. Norbert. They lost to Wisconsin Lutheran, and they lost to Aurora. They're a solid little football team. They're a solid program. Um, I'm excited for that game. Friday Night Lights, first game of the year. That's going to be a good game. Then they got Adrian College traveling to Adrian, Michigan for this one. They got bass fishing as a sport. Dude, D1, D2, and D3 ice hockey. That's kind of crazy looking at this. Let's see what their 2024 looked like. 6-4. Another solid football team, man. They lost to Hope, but Hope is a very solid team. That was a Monday night game last year. Let me see. I know Hope is a really good football team, but I just want to show y'all how good they are. 11-1. Their only loss was to North Central in the third round of the NCAA Division III championship. Hope is a really good football team, and they shut out a team like Adrian, who's also a very solid team. Then we start pack play, man. Allegheny going to Meadville. Waynesburg's coming to us for homecoming for the second time in 3 years. Geneva's coming up. We're going to New Wilmington, take on the Titans. Case Western's making the travel from Cleveland. We're going to Hiram, man. I'm going to be attending a lot of these games as a fan. If I don't have something to do with helping film or helping on the sideline in some sort, you will catch me in the stands for a lot of these games. Um, I might even try to call a couple if I can. I know we got a couple guys who already do the majority of our football games, if not all of them. Uh, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. We got Bethany on senior day, and we got Wash Jeff. I'm definitely gonna be going to this game because this game, Washington, PA, is only about 30 minutes from me at home here. So my plans are just going to this game, having fun, man, supporting my boys, and then going home. Solid little weekend plans I got for myself. Um, Women's volleyball. Oh, their 2025 schedule didn't get released yet. Okay, I thought it would have. So that does it for Teal Athletics. Let's go into the NBA. Summer League's been going crazy. I want to know how you guys feel about this. Damian Lillard back to the Blazers. I knew he wasn't going to be in Milwaukee for super long. Um, I knew he wasn't going to be with the Bucks for a long time. Um, I kind of figured he would either go back to Portland or he would join a team like a Toronto, maybe a Houston. You know, guys who have solid guards, but who can always just use that little bit of help too. Um, Cooper Flag's been balling out too. I've seen a lot about Cooper Flag. Uh, yeah, 31 minutes per game, averaging 20 points. Um, 5 rebounds, all of them defensive. 2.5 assists, 1.5 steal, a block, and 1.5 turnovers. Cooper Flag trying to do his thing, man. That's what I like to see. Fred Van Vliet elected president of the National Basketball Players Association. Oh, snap. That's kind of crazy. Okay, good for you, Fred Van Vliet. Let's go over to the MLB. Um, Shohei or Shakespeare. Otani authors children's book. Man, that's good for Shohei, man. Putting out a children's book. I love to see that. Um, Pirates trade Frazier to the Royals for Devonay. Let me see. David Bednar's on the trade watch. Mitch Keller, Ryan McMahon. I love trade deadlines. It gets insane. Kyle Schwarber wins the All Star Game MVP. I've seen that. After that swing off, I see that's a fun way to have an all-star game and is from a swing off. Congrats to the National League for that too. And Cal Raleigh won the home run derby. Andres Munoz put Mexican baseball on the map. We dropped down to second in the East. Toronto's kind of killing it. 55 and 41. So we're 2 games behind Toronto. Houston's at the top of the West. Man, we're struggling, man. Yanks are struggling. Flipping over to ESPN now. Jacob Olson, um, leading in the Open. This is round two's in progress. Scotty Scheffler's tied for 6. It's early though. It's only round 2. You know, a lot of these guys are going to be jumping up and down and all around this leaderboard. Yanks and the Braves at 7:15. Tune into that game. Top 10 corners ahead of the 2025 season. I feel like PS2's number 1. Gonzo's 2. Yeah, PS2's number 1. Derek Stingley is number 2. Denzel Ward's 3. Trent McDuffie's 4. Sauce is 5. Gonzo's 6, man. That's crazy. He was an honorable mention last year. Gonzo's gonna jump up to that number 2 slot here this year. I see it. J.C. Horn, Jalen Johnson, Kenyon Mitchell, Devin Witherspoon. Dude, Ramsey on the Steelers is that Steelers defense is going to be an issue. They just signed T.J. Watt for another 3 years. Did they get Darius Slay? I think they got Darius Slay too. Let me see. Oh wait, hold on. No. Where'd it go? Steelers roster. Will Howard, Aaron Rodgers, Mason Rudolph. Aaron Rodgers is gonna get the start. Week 1. Will Howard is gonna get some reps. Will Howard's a guy who's definitely gonna get some reps in this year, especially preseason. Preseason, we're gonna get a lot of looks at Will Howard in preseason, man. Skylar Thompson's in there. Skylar Thompson, another kid who's gonna get a lot of reps in those early preseason games. I could even see him being fit into the scheme a little bit. It's mainly just going to be Rodgers and Howard, though. I don't know if they're going to run that 2 QB system like they did last year with Wilson and Fields. But I could see them doing something like that. But uh, don't dismiss the fact that Will Howard's on the Steelers team because you are going to see a little bit of him this year. DK Metcalf is going to be an issue in this wide receiver core too. They picked up Jonnu Smith in that trade. They picked up somebody from the Eagles. Was it not Darius Slay? Ramsey, JPJ. It was Darius Slay. Okay. I mean, 13 years in the league, he's going to be a big. I mean, just look at this defense, though. This is scary. Like, if I'm in the AFC North, I would be fearing for my life. Not necessarily, but this defense is absolutely stacked. Cam Hayward still kicking it after 15 years. Man, Cam Hayward's been in the league for the entirety of my football career since flag. That's crazy. Kick it over to NFL.com. Teams most under pressure. Number one is the Steelers. Um, I mean, yeah, the Steelers are always kind of fighting that 500 line. I feel like this year can be a little bit different. 0-5 in the playoffs since 2017. That's never a good look. But I do feel like I don't think this team will be a wild card exit. I think they're going to be a um, second round exit. I don't see them going to the AFC Championship or anything like that. Just with how stacked the AFC Championship is, but I could see the Steelers making the divisional round, and I'm a Patriots fan. Um, but that's just something I see as a possibility. All these additions to the offense: Aaron Rodgers, Metcalf, Smith, Caleb Johnson, drafting Will Howard. On the defensive side, extending T.J. Watt, signing Jalen Ramsey, signing Darius Slay. Um, this is on paper. This is a 12-5 football team on paper. Number two is the Bengals. Yeah, I mean, this team is being carried on the back of Joe Burrow. In all honesty, the defense is essentially non-existent, and it's Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, just fighting for their lives trying to make plays. I know there's other playmakers on this team, but those are like the two main pieces of that Bengals team. Tied for third is the Ravens and the Bills. I don't think the Ravens and the Bills are under too much pressure. I mean, good playoff runs from each team. Um, the Bills. Did the Bills lose to the Chiefs? Or did they lose to the Ravens? I don't remember. But that game against the Ravens should have won that AFC Championship game against the Chiefs. I mean, they were one pass away. One Mark Andrews drop, man. The Ravens are close, man. So are the Bills. They're both really close. Number five is the Cowboys. Yeah, the Cowboys have been in a hole the last few years. I'm still waiting on their year, by the way. um, but George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, that's going to be a good wide receiver duo. Hopefully, Dak Prescott can come back healthy and ball out. Niners on there, yeah, the Niners definitely on there. They went 6-11 last year. The Lions are another really close team, 15-2. Um, Aiden Hutchinson is back. That's going to be a good team. The Giants are just going to be one of those teams. I feel like who just keeps struggling for the next 3 or 4 years. I don't necessarily see anything productive coming out of them, at least this year, unless they have a crazy season out of nowhere. Dolphins, the whole, other than the Bills, the whole entire AFC East is just so average. I mean, as a Patriots fan, it hurts me how average our division is. The Bears in there. Um, I feel like Caleb Williams is gonna have his breakout season this year. Um, I don't think he's gonna have the sophomore slump. Joe Thuney on the offensive line is gonna be huge for him as well because the O line was a big problem for this Bears team. The Vikings JJ McCarthy, I'm so excited. Hopefully, JJ McCarthy actually gets to see the field this year after being hurt in the preseason last year. Um, that's gonna be this Vikings team. They went 14-3. They're gonna be dangerous with JJ McCarthy on the field. I mean, Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold won 14 games with that team. Just imagine how dominant JJ McCarthy's gonna be. Um, and let's talk about Frontier League baseball. Um, Alex Carrillo, from the Wild Things, got called up to the Mets. I mean, that's huge. Um, the Wild Things produce a lot of good players, a lot of good major league players as well. Their All Star game, uh, they're a professional partner league with the MLB. Um, let's see. Click here to view schedule. No, I didn't. Whoa. Hold on. Take two. Scores. There we are. Scores. I guess it'll just take me to this page again. Okay. Let's look at the standings. Let me see. We got in the Atlantic Conference East Division, the Miners are on top, followed by the Boulders, the Big Dogs, and the Jackals. In the North Division, in the Atlantic, Capitals on top, the Valley Cats, Titans, the Rocks, and the Aggies. I believe that says that. Oh, Aglies, not quite sure. In the Midwestern Conference Central Division, the Wild Things are in second, man, 30-27. They're over 500. They're on a 3-loss streak though. In their last 10, they're 4-6. Really gotta get that back in, man. That's in the conference. I guess it's just the same thing. Okay, the Crushers are on top. Lake Erie Crushers are a very solid baseball team. Florence Y'alls and the Evansville Otters. Um, Following up the rear there. In the Midwest, um, we got the Boomers on top, the Grizzlies, the Mud Monsters, the Slammers, and the Thunderbolts. I want to look at the All Star game scores. I guess that. I don't remember. I want to say the Atlantic won the All Star game. Um, I don't even know when it was, so I don't even know. But yeah, the Frontier League does have some really solid baseball going down. Um, Across all their teams, really. I love Frontier League baseball. Um, I've loved it since I was a little kid. I've always been a Wild Things fan. Local team. Gotta love to root for them. When I played t-ball, we used to have their banquets at Wild Things games. Eddie Hackapane signed he was a stud at Maryland. He really was. Uh, they got the Florence Y'alls today. For Christmas in July. They got them for the next couple games, and then the Jackals. Ooh, $1 hot dogs. I might have to get tickets to this game on the 30th here. I see $1 hot dogs. Your boy got excited. How much we looking at? Huh? How much we looking at? Come on, load. I just want this to load, man. All right. Well, I guess it's not gonna load, but um, that was talking sports. Thank y'all for tuning into the 2 Minute Warning YouTube channel. Thank you for following me along on this journey as we pick it back up on the social media side of things. Follow the Instagram, follow the TikTok, 2 Minute Warning Radio Show. Um, and stay tuned in for more news about the first show of the year. Also, stay tuned for news, or not for news, excuse me. Stay tuned for a gaming video coming out later. If not later, then tomorrow. Um, but after that, I'm gonna try to get back onto my schedule. I think I'm gonna put it out tomorrow. It's Friday as I'm recording. If I put it out on Saturday, I can kind of get that schedule that I set in my NFL Street video going, with gaming on Saturdays and talking sports on Mondays. Gonna just try to get that picked up. But thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all get out of bounds. And I got 2 words for you. Tune in.